Well, I do not know where you have been if you have not yet heard of the Katoto online series. It's an animated show about a man and his son, a happy-go-lucky guy. It tells the story of this stereotypical happy-go-lucky Muchiga guy and his son who hail from Kabale in western Uganda. And they somehow always get themselves into trouble as they try to navigate the hurdles of modern life. To tell us more about it, let's first take a look at this clip.
What does Christmas mean?
Christmas, no Christmas. It comes from the word called Christmas.
They told us that at school means carols. The Christmas. Yes.
You know example. I have not tried that one.
Time is coming, we shall hear the bell. Christmas is coming, it's shining, hey, hey. All of angels singing, gathering here, saying, Hallelujah, Jesus is on my time. The time is coming, we shall hear the bell. Christmas is coming, it's shining, hey, hey. All of angels singing and gathering here, saying, Hallelujah,
the sun is gone. Okay, now, honey, you have to name him.
No, my time, oh, time is coming. We shall hear the killing, Jesus coming, the shining, hey, hey. All the angels marching and gathering, hear him saying,
Nga, no, nga, na, go, time, no time, no, ya to top share up and you have time, nga, over.
Well, that is Katoto, and joining me is Mr. Musinguzi, Richard Musinguzi, the brains behind the Katoto online series. As you can see, that was from YouTube. Richard, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too.
Now, that clip is so funny, you know. Where did you get the idea from for Katoto? And yeah, tell us more about this.
Okay, Katoto just came from the idea that Africa is not so. We are getting so influenced by the Western culture. So you find the generation of kids growing up listening to watching mainly Western cartoons, and with that our culture has been lost. So the idea just came from that kind of notion that what if we had our own cartoons where we can transmit our cultural values and kids can grow up well, you know, listening to their local languages, they're proud of themselves. So to make people, you know, happy and more proud to be African. So that's where the idea really came from, just that rough sort of notion.
Allow me to say this. You look quite young. So I would imagine someone much older would be more concerned about preserving culture. What has driven you to preserve culture through cartoons?
You know, I read a lot about the guys, the Mandelas, and I also read a lot about why Africa is not where it wants to be and why other countries are ahead of where we are. So it sort of led me to believe that, you know, once you're proud of who you are primarily and you have your cultural values and you sort of have that embedded in you primarily, you sort of will achieve more because you're going to have more racial pride, you're going to have more racial confidence, and definitely you're going to achieve more because you're going to be more resourceful. You're not going to be shy, you're not going to be ashamed of who you are and where you come from. You instead have those strong cultural roots, and they're very important.
I'm really amazed by your story so far. I'm a Muchiga myself, but my Muchiga is nothing to write home about, so I most probably would benefit from such cartoons.
Yeah, definitely.
And you chose to keep it in Ruchiga. Have you done any other language?
Yeah, the idea is just 4 months old, and the bigger vision is to have as many languages as possible. It depends on how funded this project is going to be, and to make it possible for us. If we are funded, it's going to be possible for us to make something bigger, and we shall include all the tribes. We'll do them very well, the Northerners, the Basoga, and we'll make it will be a happy family. Ugandans will be so happy, and they will receive this very well. Okay. I believe it's going to change everything.
Okay, you came here with a scrapbook. Can I call this a scrapbook?
Yeah,
of sorts.
Yeah.
So I imagine you're the type of person who, even when I'm speaking, if I asked you to draw, you would draw something. Would you draw me?
I would draw a cartoon of you.
Oh, I would love to see a cartoon of me. If you may, you can draw something.
Let me
Are you
start.
able to draw while I ask you questions?
Yeah, you can ask me questions. Yeah.
So now this particular person, Katoto, you say is a Mchiga, who is a happy-go-lucky. Where did that particular idea come from for a father with his son? Where did that is it reflective of your life, probably?
Yeah. No, this is what happened. I have a creative sort of friend. I have friends whom I call my creative crew. One of them is a guy called Humphrey, another one is Janet, and another one is Philip Rugamba. We sort of meet to discuss, and the idea came up. We came across a certain historic character. He's a legend. He's called Ishekatavazi. I'm sure many people watching this show have heard of him. He used to live in a funny life. For example, if I can tell you something about him, there's a time he fought with a pregnant woman. So he fought with a pregnant woman, and the woman ended up beating him. And then when people started laughing at him, he was so smart. So he came up with the idea. He came up with an excuse that I couldn't fight two people at the same time. So that character really caught my eye, and sort of we started imagining, and then we started drawing, and then we came up with that look of Katoto, sort of inspired by Ishekatavazi. So that's where the Katoto sort of look came from, through that.
Okay, I was one of those people when I was, especially in S1, and I did fine art, they asked us to draw our hand, and I really found it so hard, and the teachers didn't make it easy. Later on in life, I met a gentleman who told me that, you know, the problem in Uganda is that we are taught badly, but anyone can be an artist. Do you believe that? Or do you think you either have it or you don't?
I think primarily you have to love art.
Let's not talk about loving. I love art, yes.
Yeah.
But I think I don't have it. Is it something I can be taught? Can I come up with a character and draw it, just as you're drawing now?
Yeah, I think you can be taught. It's just the energy you need to do it. You just need, like, they say it takes, they say every artist has 10,000 bad drawings. So the faster you can get those bad drawings out of you, then you'll be a good artist. So me, I already got those bad drawings out of me. So you have to draw a lot. So even you, if you do 10,000 drawings, you'll have gotten all the bad drawings out, and then you'll end up becoming a good artist.
Well, I am talking to Richard Musinguzi, the brains behind Katoto, which is an online sensation, especially among the diaspora. And he's drawing me right now as we speak. Is that me?
Yep.
I look very pretty. And he has drawn me in like, how short, like less than a minute?
I don't know, maybe 30 seconds.
Well, you have been recognized by the diaspora. You received an award for the kind of work you are doing. And I'm sure they're very appreciative, especially for people who have kids and they want the kids to still have that local connection. What did that achievement mean to you?
That achievement, what it does now, it helps me become more confident that what I'm doing is impacting people. And it also makes me feel like I need to now even work harder, because now the bar is high. So I have to now really work harder and meet the standards that I've set so far. And it just means that, you know, people are going to like this, and they're already starting to appreciate it.
Are you looking at bigger projects like movies? I mean, you look at animation now. I mean, earlier I talked about Shrek. I think there are 3 series of Shrek, and then we have Lion King, and the comic book characters, I think, are also part of animation. Are you seeing yourself doing something on a larger scale?
Yeah, most surely. That's what we're working towards. For example, for Katoto right now, it's still an online series, but the more support we can get, the more it's going to grow into this real professional series which can span over 40 episodes, and then ultimately we shall produce a feature film in the long term. But currently it's to work hard and you know, really get it off the ground.
Okay, you talk about support. Does drawing cartoons, does it actually put food on your table? Are you able to, does it pay some bills?
Yeah, definitely. I've been working at Admire and producing loads of animation for commercials. I've done animation for pretty much most of the telecoms, MTN,
the Mr. Manes we see on TV.
Those kind of things, the Bank of Africa's, and I've participated in all those animations and Blue Band and all that. So definitely but I graduated from architecture school, so by profession I'm an architect. So animation is really the thing that is bringing me, to the spotlight. Yeah, but those are the kind of things.
Can I ask you quickly,
Yeah.
were you part of the Monitor advert?
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah,
how did that come about?
Through my profession as an artist, I've been recognized.
But you're so
through-
young and you've just graduated, which is just so amazing. You know, earlier we were talking during the press review with Joel about how so many youth have no jobs. Clearly, you don't need a job.
No, I don't need a job. Right now I have a lot on my plate. I just need to push these dreams to the next level. Yeah. But I think it's about working hard and liking what you do primarily. So for me now, I really have to work hard to. It's not by mistake that I know how to draw. I have to make a conscious decision that every day I have to produce at least 100 drawings. You
And
know?
some of them are bad. Like you say, you get rid of the bad ones.
Yeah.
Like out of 100,
yeah,
let's say
yeah.
90 are bad.
Exactly.
Maybe I think that's something that, especially as the new year starts, it's so easy to look back and say, oh, I wish I had done this in 2014.
Yeah.
The year has ended. You have actually not done anything. And now we're in 2015. You have basically a blank page, a blank sheet of paper.
Exactly,
And
exactly.
you can, they say the world is your oyster. So what do you have to say about animation in Uganda, really? Do you think you still
Animation
see
in
lots
Uganda.
of room for growth? I don't know if you remember the series we used to watch, the cartoons, the bear, the tiger, and others. Those, I don't know if that was a local Ugandan cartoon, but
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. Okay, animation in Uganda. Excuse me. Animation in Uganda right now is still very, very young, but currently I'm trying to use what I've learned to sort of bring up the young talent. I currently teach at Artfield, Institute of Art and Design. So I'm trying to train people. Currently, the group of people who can animate is very, very small. It can be a handful, maybe. But I project that maybe in the next 5 years, with the effort I'm doing teaching at Artfield and inspiring new talent, I think in the next 5 years we shall be able to, do something really Ugandan if we continue at this rate. Yeah.
Awesome stuff. I'm so impressed by you. You're talking about inspiring new talent, and I keep on referring to your age because I think you're still very young and you have this massive vision in
Yeah,
front of you.
Yeah.
Let's talk a bit more about would you call about fine art? Do
Yeah.
you do like still art, or all you do is basically for motion?
Yeah, primarily I'm an artist because I'm just an artist who animates. So I do paintings.
You're an artist who animates.
Yeah.
Oh.
Animation is just one of the things you can do with art. You can do architecture, you can do...
You're actually
painting.
an architect.
Yeah.
You studied architecture, but
Yeah.
you don't seem to be interested in that at all.
No, I used to do that. I have a couple of designs around, a lot
Are
of
they
designs.
funny designs?
That's the challenge I get, yeah. But I think it's the same thing. If you're an artist, the principles are the same. So what I do is, I also do paintings. I'm hoping to have an exhibition this year, my first exhibition. And yeah, it's all about art. So even Katoto, every drawing, for example, that Christmas episode we just saw, it took over 1,500 drawings to make that episode. Because what we do is, we do 24 drawings for every second, you get? So for every second you see on the screen, just know 24 drawings have passed.
You don't have like some software that makes them dance or shake their behind or...
Yeah, no, we don't, with the style for Katoto is done in 2D animation. For 2D animation, you have to draw everything that goes on the screen. So if you want a pot, you have to draw the pot. If you want him to point, if I want him to point like this, I have to do this drawing, this drawing, this drawing, and this drawing. And then in the last quarter, I hope to do something much bigger than that. But in the first quarter, just expect to see more clips, and then we'll take it from there.
Well, thank you very much, Richard. It's
Yeah.
great to have such an inspiring guest,
Thank you
and I'm
very
sure
much,
you've
yeah.
spoken to so many people out there, not necessarily artists and animators only,
Yeah.
but just encouraging people. It's a new year. We all have a blank page. This is a picture of me that he drew in like less than how many seconds? About 30 seconds. And yes, Morning at NTV will be back after this.